Hi, this is Deedee from Lingua Franca. I'm just going to show you how to make a face mask. First of all, let's talk about some material we need. I think we just need like a piece of the fabric. What I'm using is just the knit jersey, 100% cotton. You can use anything like the fabric from your t-shirt or something like from like your pillowcase bed sheets. That is totally fine. What I have here is just enough fabric to just fold it into the quarter, and the size should be like big enough to cut the pattern. Like for the pattern, you can download it from like our website. This is, I just like trace it out and then I'll just cut it into the cardboard. So okay, let's start like making it. So I fold the fabric into quarters, so you have 4 layers of the fabric. Folding it together, we just need 4 pieces. We just need to cut this like into like 4 pieces. So I'm just like do it all at once. Then just like trace the pattern into the fabric. This like you can use like just pen or marker, whatever you have at home. Okay, now it's done. So once you finish tracing the pattern, so now we have to cut it. Before we cut, just prevent the fabric to slip off. I'm just gonna pin it a bit so everything is kind of keep it in place. In case if you don't have pins, you can just hold it nicely while you cut it. And for the seam allowance, you can do about like a quarter in an inch. That should be fine. For me, I'm making the mask for myself. Seems like I don't have to do any seam allowance, so I'm just like cut from what I traced it. Okay, now it's done. So I'm just gonna unpin it, and then you will have 4 identical of this pattern. Next, what I like you to do, just pair them together, so you have 2 pairs right now that pair together, and then we have to sew along this edge, which is actually is like the nose seam, like over here. So we have to do on this piece and this piece. Again, before doing that, you can stabilize the fabric by just like pin it to have everything in place. Okay, I'm just gonna do sewing now. Okay, one piece done. So I'm gonna do another piece. Same thing. Pin it. And then sew it along the nose seam. Okay. And pin everything. So now you have two pieces of this that's sewing together along the nose seam. So let's see. So this is called the wrong side, which is the one with the seam hanging around like this. And this one we call is a right side. What I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna assemble the mask together, this and the string that will go to to attach to your face. So first off, just like use this one piece, just turn the right side up. Turn the right side up. And then we're gonna assemble the strip. Okay, to show you a little closer. Again, so this is the wrong side of the fabric, and this is the right side of the fabric. So put the right side face up like this, so you can see like the shape of the mask. And then I'm gonna show you how to attach the string. The version that I'm making right now, the result is gonna look like this, with the string to tie it up. So what you have here, face up, and then the string, which is actually just like the self fabric. I cut it, the length is about a foot. So I cut it into in 4 pieces, and here we're gonna attach it. So basically all the string will go at these 4 corners, the top part and the bottom part. So I'm just gonna lay it close to the top. Over here, the stitch is gonna go right here, so I just kind of move down a bit, not like to meet to the corner. And then just use the pin it like this. Okay, one is done. Okay, another top corner, same thing. And then pin it. And now I'm gonna do the bottom one. Last one. Okay, after you finish this, Just kind of put everything at the center. And then we just use another piece that we already saw, the nose seam. Use the right side, face down, so the wrong side is face up. And then just like kind of go sandwich it. It's like just make everything align. The pin over here, I'm just gonna take it off and pin everything together. Same thing over here. I'm taking the pin off and just like pin everything together here. And then I will put another 2 pin top here and over here, just to pin the bottom layer and the top layer, no string, so everything is aligned. So I'm pinning it here. Okay, no string. And then I'm gonna going to pin here. All right. So as you can see, over here is 3 layers that pin together. The top mask, the tie, and the bottom mask. So everything will be pinned together. So right now, and then we're gonna sew along the edge. And then right after that, we're gonna flip it kind of inside out. So in order to do that, we just have to leave a little space. I usually just like do at the bottom of the mask, like leave the stitch, like no stitching over here. So you have the hole that you can flip everything like inside out. So what we're gonna do, we just gonna sew it, start from here, go along the edge, and then we will stop here. Okay, now for the sewing part, when you already assemble the 2 layers of the mask and the tie, again, I'm gonna start it from here, go along the edge, and then stop here. And then again, we're gonna stop it over here. All right, and so right now we have everything so along the edge, and then just leave a little space here, no sewing at all, so we can just like flip it inside out. I'm gonna unpin it. And now it's a moment of truth. So from the hole here, we're just gonna flip it out. And then you can see the shape of the mask. Yes. All right. And okay, so here is gonna be the last step. So we're gonna close the hole and also put more structure to the mask by sewing the edge stitch, like just basically just put like a top stitching along the edge of the mask. Okay, let me clean out the seam nicely. All right, and then it's ready to get the top stitch. After you finish the top stitch, so here's your final product.